Okay, so due to popular demand, we're coming up with another guide, and for one very, very popular request, Miss O'Connor. Now, Gemma's class is one of the trickiest to survive in the entire country. Very few students who ever have her for a subject at all, be it religion or Irish or whatever the fuck, ever make it out of her class, alright? And I'm here to tell you 10 rules that you could keep by, and they will seriously help your chances of survival. Take it from someone who survived for 4 years and hasn't had a single run-in with death, right? Number 10, right? Number 10 is you can't fuck McFitz's dog, right? Okay, alright, this one's just kind of common sense, because like, if your fucking dog's like, you probably shouldn't be in a school, like you should maybe be in a fucking prison or something. But anyway, it's an important rule nonetheless, and I have seen people break this one, strangely enough, so yeah, I would say don't break it. Okay, so now in rule number 9 concerns one Lar Kent. Yeah, he's back. Anyway, so Lar, God bless him, he's a good man now, but you can't actually bring his newspaper into the class, right? And the reason for this is because Miss O'Connor thinks it's fake news, right? And she's gonna fucking sit you down, and you're gonna have to study for 24 hours the difference between real and fake news, okay? Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, number 8, swearing is officially forbidden by Kiersey's. That's right. Our favourite restaurant has sponsored Miss O'Connor's class to prohibit swearing within the 4 walls and the ceiling that make up her classroom. So, just so you know, that's a very important rule. I've seen a lot of people break that one, unsurprisingly, and well, they don't know any better, so they get fucking shot in the kneecaps and they have to fucking sit in a wheelchair for the rest of their life until Miss O'Connor comes along and strangles them with a fucking belt, because that's what she does. Anyway, rule number 7. The national anthem of Tonga is strictly forbidden. Now, you might not even know where fucking Tonga is on a map, but let me tell you, their national anthem is so cursed, according to Miss O'Connor, you can't play it inside the classroom. There have been reports of people even playing it outside the classroom who have been sent to fucking Mountjoy prison for fucking playing the national anthem of a small Oceanian nation inside Miss O'Connor's class. So, don't do it, unless you want to suffer the same fate. Now, we're moving on to the really important rules now. Number 6. And number 6, let me tell you, is that you cannot duct tape the furniture together, right? This goes for tables, chairs, desks, even the fucking computers. Like, I've seen everything, lads. I've been around for a while. I've seen everything, okay? And you can't do that because it's not Lego, lads, it's actual real life furniture, and Miss O'Connor gets very upset when this happens, right? So anyway, yeah, rule number 5. And rule number 5 is you can't drive a Ugandan tank into the classroom. And even though there's a lot of space, Miss Connor is very stingy with her space, and because of that, no one is allowed to drive a Ugandan tank, which are notoriously big, into the classroom for fear of taking up a bit too much space. I mean, it's probably not a problem. I've measured it, and I've measured the Ugandan tank. Ugandan tank would definitely fit in there. But for whatever reason, I mean, it is Miss O'Connor's classroom, and she is very stingy about that kind of thing. So, maybe don't do it. Rule number 4, right? Rule number 4 is you cannot start a fire inside fucking Lar Kent's pants, right? Okay, now I've actually done this one before and I nearly got caught out, but luckily I was able to put it out before Miss came in. And because of that, I avoided death, because I have seen people start it before, right? Don't start a fire in Lar Kent's pants because, well, yeah, you're just going to get him fucked. Okay, so number 3, you cannot put markers in someone's bum, right? And this is a very obvious one because it might hurt their feelings. And, if that happens, the world goes to shit, basically. I mean, you can't really do that. Yeah, so, anyway, rule number 2 is a very important one too, right? Okay, so rule number 2 means that you cannot under any circumstances, you just can't. I mean, you can't do this one. Rule number 2 is you cannot turn into a horse and shit in the floor. Okay, that's obvious. And rule number 1, before we go, is don't be a fucking thought. Miss O'Connor, along with everyone else at St. Declan's, hates thoughts! Thank you and goodbye.